Kill the boy and let the man be born.
Hello, can y'all hear me clearly? Just want to make sure y'all can hear me clearly. I know it's been a minute. What's happening, E-Mon? What's going on, man? What's happening, Mr. O, MPI? What's happening with you, man? Brother Z? What's going on, man? Good, loud and clear. That's what I like to hear, baby. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, man. So, it's a few things I wanted to, kind of get into tonight, but first and foremost, I would love to give a shout out to the brothers of the Wrenchmen, the brothers of the Men First movement. You guys know I've been away, hadn't done a live in quite a while now, and so I've been sitting back and observing things and watching how people moving and how they acting out here. I don't absorb a whole lot of content like I used to. I try to catch my brother Book of Alpha running me when I can. I try to catch, some of the other guys that's in the space, man, that actually has something really, empowering. That's the type of stuff that I like to hear. I like to see brothers out here moving and making a difference, in other brothers' lives. And so with that being said, I wanted to start out with my opening monologue by talking about, things that you could really, moving forward, really try to avoid. What's happening, Af? Yeah, man. And one of those things are people who, I understand that a lot of men's emotions can be weaponized against them in a lot of different ways, And so even for the people that we care about, it comes a point where, there is an imbalance where you are pretty much being drained on one end, and then you're empowering them and they're feeding off of your energy and all that shit, And then when you decide to cut the power supply, then, these people will turn around and play the victim as if you did something to them, by protecting your, yourself, and that's not selfish by you, protecting yourself from all enemies, foreign and domestic. You understand what I'm saying? I mean that. So people will try to, pull you into some sort of emotional realm. This is why it's important that being alone is vital to a man's growth. And what I'm talking about, it has, nothing to do with the opposite sex. It has everything to do with you. What are you trying to accomplish? What is your vision? What is your passion? What do you wake up every day to strive for? You know what I'm saying? What are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to leave behind? What is your legacy? I think about those things myself because at the end of the day, I really believe that I probably have, more time behind me than I have in front of me. I try to stay in the best shape I can, but, there's a slim possibility that I live to see 88 years old. You know what I mean? I'm 44 years old now. And so that's why, I still come around and try to have something to say to the brothers, man, to encourage you, to empower you to go after what you need to go, what you need to go after. I would like to be around a lot more, but I see, like the YouTube streets are really like crowded these days with people saying like the the same things, and, I don't really have time for that because that in my life, dog, I have a lot going on. I'm trying to, my trajectory is up. And this is what I try to encourage brothers to do as well, man. I mean, listen, there ain't nothing wrong with being average. Ain't nothing wrong with being behind closed doors where nobody don't see you, man. You can stay low key, man. You know what I'm saying? Work on yourself physically and mentally. You know what I'm saying? Understand your place in life and what you need to do for you. I guarantee you the outcomes in your life will definitely be different from those who sit around and just, complaining. When you hear people say that, you're emotionally unavailable, that's a good thing. The reason I say that is because when people typically bring up the fact that you're emotionally unavailable, then that shows that they can't use your emotions to manipulate you. Brother Zeke with the $7 fire sponsorship, man, I appreciate that. That we in here, men first, baby. That's absolutely salute to you, my brother. Spiritual Logic, what's happening, brother? Hadn't seen you in a while, man. Yeah, man. So, and it gets to a point where you have to protect yourself emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all that stuff, man, because, for a lot of people, those horoscopes and zodiacs are the new religion. You know what I'm saying? They believe into that stuff like heavy. And, this whole listening to people on TikTok and shit and calling it therapy. This is where you get, people like, Cheyenne Bryant and the other chick that, everybody was fooled on, Sarah. Yeah. Pretty Sarah. I knew she, I knew what type of time she was on. She was talking about trying to argue that pretty privilege shit. Cause I guarantee you, baby, if you didn't look like you look, nobody would listen to you. And the more you hear people talk, the more you see their true intentions. Well, they really speak from the heart and what they really stand by. That they'll sell that agreeability to men all day because you're pretty. And so people are going to spend money and listen to that type of information. But it leads you nowhere from anybody that's absorbing that type of information. But as far as she's concerned, it's a cash grab. And the truth is, how can I put this? There's a lot of simps out here who don't believe that they're simps. The same way that you have whores out here that don't believe that they're whores. You understand what I'm saying? So anytime you over here, I even break it down like this because this is how I conduct myself. I don't try to tell nobody what to do and how to conduct your business, man. Hey, you a man, do your thing. I just say for what I believe in, you know, just giving away likes and comments on the, a fat ass picture on Instagram or something, that shit is beneath me. SJ, my brother, with the $20 sponsorship. Salute to you, man. Our hashtag men first, bro. I appreciate you for being in the building. Say salute to my motherfucking brother, GMB. Hashtag men first. Absolutely, man. Shout out to the Richmond in here. We ain't got, I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back for a second there because I got some other things that I'm not going to be able to fit into this stream tonight. So I will be back. Yeah, absolutely. So, this chick, I really think these people appeal to people who are just unintelligent or could easily be swindled. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you listen to a damn chameleon, man, you really over the low end simping, but you don't realize it. You're not aware. You over here sending $30 super chats and $50 super chats to a motherfucker that don't even know you exist. And there's been a lot of that shit going on in these male spaces for quite some time. Well, they allow women to come over here and get their shit off. I know one guy, he got a whole pound on this chick. It says nothing positive about black men at all, man. She sounds like you give her a white sheet put over her head. A bunch of lies and propaganda. But yet and still, people tune in to that bullshit. Like, nah. Never come over here and get no shit off on like that. I'm going to check your ass. Anyway, I have been considering doing like a panel show, man. You know what I'm saying? Get some ladies in that bitch that's reasonable and sensible and can, actually have an intellectual conversation, a mature grown person conversation. That way, people can tune in and listen to, somebody that actually listened and actually lived a lived experience, which most of us have. I'm not the guy that's going to get over here and try to throw up money in your face and all this other shit and look at woe is me. I just try to tell you how to protect yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? And rise to the occasion on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, fuck what these bras doing, fuck what they talking about, man. I'm not listening to none of that shit. Even on YouTube shit, man, like that shit, I'm not listening to that shit. Like, straight up. I can't do it. So, I mean, it is what it is. But furthermore, I'm gonna get on to the topic because this is a touchy subject because a lot of people are absorbing shit that ain't benefiting them whatsoever. Now, I do see the growth within men. I do see, more content geared toward men empowerment and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, man, I wouldn't be getting caught up with nobody saying on a goddamn TikTok video to goddamn piss me off and have to go back and forth with that person, man. That shit is, this low intelligent bullshit that you don't even have to, involve yourself in. You know what I'm saying? Women are attracted to strength and power, man. That's just the bottom line. Or what they perceive to be strength. That's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? If you carry yourself like a goddamn man dog, if you out this bitch moving like a man dog, you ain't really giving a damn what they doing. You can be, you focused on what you trying to do. That shit is just a byproduct of you building yourself into the man you need to become. You really won't have a problem with, interacting with chicks or talking to females and shit. They're going to put themselves in your space. For the most part. And me, I'm to the point, man, everyone doesn't have access to me anymore. Not like they once did, man. I can't afford to be pulled in many different directions. I got businesses and shit I'm trying to get off the ground. I'm moving all the time. I'm bouncing around. I don't have time for no goddamn chaos. And I ain't got time to be up here worrying about how somebody feel, what they got going on, all this other shit every goddamn day. I'm focused on what I'm trying to build. Now, I do acknowledge that a lot of these motherfuckers moving crazy out here, and if you trying to seek out a relationship in 2025, you're a goddamn fool. Straight up, man. Like, I don't encourage anyone to get in any kind of goddamn relationship in 2025. The likelihood of it succeeding is very low. You know what I'm saying? Everybody out this bitch doing their motherfucking thing. Trust me. I see it. I done seen motherfuckers come in the gym together. Motherfucker up there doing a little roll machine, goddamn this mother, he all up there kissing her and shit, and 3 days later she in there with another motherfucker. She loving all up on him. I said, look at this. What the fuck is this? What this bitch got going on? But I ain't said nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just seeing how people moving out here. I can go into depth about other situations, but I'm not even going to go there. Because I know a lot of people may be watching. I'm going to tell you, man. Dog, you need to be focused on your health, your wealth, and your motherfucking self. You already got kids out here, whatever the case may be, take care of your kids and stuff, man. But seeking out this marriage and fucking just all this monogamy shit, nah, bro. Motherfuckers going, bro. Everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Some of y'all probably in here getting inboxes and every goddamn thing, motherfucker, on their page up there with their old man. Telling you, the game is wicked. And you know, the only way you for sure that you know you won't lose is if you don't play. You don't play that game. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, for me personally, man, it ain't an ego thing. It's a confidence thing because I have worked on myself immensely to get myself into the man that I am today. And so I don't like to harp on what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's mainly me. Hold on a second. Believing that I don't have to deal with anything less than what I've worked and accomplished. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about when people talking about settling and shit. You know, but me personally, you know, I can't see myself being up this bitch giving myself away, you know what I'm saying, to a relationship with 40 other motherfuckers and crack that ass. You know what I'm saying? You know, and there's a likelihood of that. And now you the one that built yourself into this wonderful specimen of a goddamn human being, and you giving all that away to a motherfucker that ain't even worth 2 wood nickels. You know what I'm saying? I can't see myself being that guy. You know what I'm talking about? The likelihood of you run across a motherfucker that's modest, just want to serve you and love you and make sure you good, you know, taking care of her motherfucking business, hell, working for you, building the business, anything like that. I ain't really on social media and shaking her ass and doing all this living your best life bullshit. I ain't seen a time when motherfuckers talking about living their best life and it didn't involve no whole shit. But anyway, furthermore, I just couldn't see myself giving all that away. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the guy to sit up here and talk about options and perceived options and shit. Yes, I am well aware that at my age, you know, I look pretty good for my age. I'm well aware of that, but it's in here. Everything that you see is really here. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm not finna play them stupid ass games. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the one. I'm pretty sure you had a lot of other ones. This ain't the one. You know what I'm talking about? I don't give a damn how much motherfucker got. I don't give a damn about none of that. Don't play the game these days, man. Tell you, you're gonna lose. People don't like to hear about it. And I tell you something else too. Accusations are confessions. Motherfucker go trying to goddamn snoop around and try to put you on like acting like you got something going on and all that other bullshit, just already know. You know what I'm saying? They looking to catch your ass up in some shit to justify what they finna do or what they probably already doing. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, man. I ain't, man. That chasing shit, man. That is the ultimate form of simpery. Chasing you. What about chasing you for? Huh? To take care of little man. You know what I'm saying? What am I signing up for? Try to pay all your bills. You want this and that, and then another motherfucker come through and no, I'm good. I'm good on all that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell you to protect your emotions, dog. Because a lot of, I'm well aware that a lot of motherfuckers just really start getting outside and seeing what time it is. Because it's everywhere. They going, man. Got an old man at home and all that. Like, it's wicked out here. For sure. And I'm a fond believer that, you know, behavior determines outcome. Simply put, if you was once a hoe, you're going to always be a hoe. You know what I'm saying? You seem to be pretty good at it. You know what I'm saying? 40, 50, 60 goddamn bodies and then settle in on me and I'm going to pay for that. To the point where I still see motherfuckers trying to have this argument. You going to sit up here and pay everything that you've built, put it in the hands of another person, at least half or more than that. You've worked on yourself diligently, getting yourself out of the fucking gutter into a financial position where you can actually breathe a little bit. And you're going to cut a hole in your fucking bag to come last in somebody else's house. It's supposed to be your house, but it ain't your house. You can't be your house if you come last. And I'm a firm believer in that. Don't have nothing against women with children. You know what I'm saying? I admire the strength of a woman that takes care of her motherfucking children. But I can't cut a hole in my bag being no motherfucking stepdummy. Book said in one of his things, he said he ain't never seen a motherfucker that was a stepdummy that's begging to be a stepdummy again. And them were facts. What's up, Brother Rob? He said I was watching for Brothers the other night. Mark Wahlberg closes. She got it in her right now. Man, his name, man, I ain't even thinking about your ass. Leave it alone. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. But most brothers can't, man. You know, I see a lot of that damn sexual depravity shit. I see it, motherfuckers just can't keep their eye. They see a woman over everybody looking and shit, man. That's what's wrong. You looking at her, you need to be looking at this motherfucking paper. You need to be looking at, you know, if you working out and trying to get your body in order, man, that's what you need to focus on. You need to focus entirely on you. Trust me. That's the only way you're going to build a program. And if you involve somebody in your program early on, when it ain't an established program, they're going to have stakes in that fucking program. And when it falls apart, they're going to take that program. You need to be a fully developed, functional, grown-ass motherfucking man before you ever consider a family and relationships and shit. And I'm just here to tell you the things that you definitely should avoid. I don't have nothing against nobody, but I want you to understand, man, for a man to goddamn take on another man's family, you are a goddamn fool. And I stand on that shit. There's plenty of them out here ain't got now. You're looking in the right places. The economy all fucked up shit, motherfucker. These motherfuckers, listen, winter is here. I've seen it. Man, I ain't even, I'm not bad. Let me try to pull it. Great February with the $5 super chat. He said, when you sign up to be a stepfather, you are asking to be pimped by the woman and her baby daddy, working hard to support their bloodline. Hell no, man, boy, I couldn't have said it better. You know, I am an agent of truth, and that is something I stand on. I tell my sons that shit. And they wholeheartedly believe in it themselves. Shit. Man, no. Many men cut a hole in their bag and fuck up their whole fucking vision before they ever have attempted to get it off the ground by taking on some shit like that. I even say to take in a committed relationship in the beginning. You're hurting yourself. You're crippling yourself, man, before you ever get established, man. Get established, and if you decide to do whatever your heart desires, then do it. But you don't need to be no goddamn fool. You need to know the risk and know what exactly you are involving yourself in and committing yourself into. Because 9 times out of 10, it ain't going to last. These days, there's a 50-50 chance. If a motherfucker could stick your dick in a hole, and some bitch said, listen here, there's a 50% chance a motherfucker gonna cut this bitch off, or a 50% chance motherfucker gonna get over there and glory hole you or some shit like that. What would you do? You wouldn't stick that motherfucker in there, I would hope not. That is the chance that you are taking by getting a state-sanctioned marriage in 2025 and beyond. This shit ain't gonna work. Especially for people of our ilk, ones who had to come from the trenches, especially a blue collar motherfucker. I feel bad for truckers. I ain't even gonna lie. They shit. Cross country drivers, man. Hey, listen, bro. My prayers are with you. Any one of you motherfuckers got somebody in the nursing field, real estate agent or some shit like that, hey man. And you working on the road or you traveling a lot for work, oh man, hey bro. You know, it's bad. This is the things that I witnessed firsthand. Trust me. If for any of you guys that been out here, you know what I'm saying, you smooth, you've been handling your motherfucking business and you ain't been in no goddamn relationship in a while, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, man, great fit again with the facts. I'm telling you, man. They going, working in bartending and shit. Just outside. Just outside. And these days, they ain't leaving nothing for the imagination. They outside. Boy, smooth ass, play ass motherfucker, man. You know where they at. They outside. It's the summertime. There's outside. And some of y'all are in relationships with them. just being honest. And you think it's young. You think, oh yeah, man, there's some young bras. Fuck out of here. Ain't nobody going faster than a 40-year-old. That bitch going faster than Mexican music. Real. I'm prepared. That's stupid. Never again. Only taking care of me and mine moving forward. Absolutely, as you should. Yeah. Motherfucker going. They going. Y'all laughing. I'm dead serious. They going. 35. 52. Shit, man. Got the countdown again. Ain't that for nothing either. Shit, show you a good time. You know what I'm saying? They go about their motherfucking business. Hey. Oh. Somewhere granted again. But I don't. Oh, yeah, for sure. They be moving at warp speed. Yep. Tell you, man. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot. Anyway, I wanted to say that you could, you know, I'm not even going to talk about no numbers. I wanted to touch on the thing about, you know, how not to bash anyone or down anyone, how the fact that motherfuckers will use false information to, you know, and propaganda to boost themselves, to make them, to shit on their men, so to speak. You know, and I'm here to stand up for the brothers who may have kids out here. You know what I'm saying? How certain things and certain words that people use to try to make you feel like you're not worthy. So I wanted to touch on this goddamn shit about these motherfucking. This is from Pew Research. This is a research facility that actually does clinical data. They analyze and but so what I found out was that black men were the most present fathers of any other race of men. They also had statistics on how many, over half, I think like 53.7% brothers don't have children. And another 55% of the remaining 47%, they actually live in the house with the child. So they are present. So what it was basically breaking down that what we already know from what it was a few weeks ago, that TAP, that these women are having children by a selected group of men. But there's this narrative out there that black men are the worst motherfucking fathers, and I never even believe that shit, because even the motherfuckers that I know personally, people that I've been around, they've always been there for their damn children for the most part. They financially may not there all the time, but that's a form. You know who your damn dad is. Over 40, ready to hit the streets. Got a 2-year relationship. Oh my goodness. Ooh, man, hey, man, such a brave soul. Why you hung in there for 2 years? I don't see how you made it 6 months. Oh, yeah, man. But I mean, street dudes, they want to be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean, for the most part, you don't have a problem attracting women. It's just sometimes you want to be with just that one, and I get it, man. But I encourage you to, broaden your horizons. Travel the world a bit. And if you decide to come back here and settle in on something, then do it then. But I would heavily encourage brothers to go different places. Eastern Europe, or, Middle East somewhere, maybe even South America. Your treatment will be much differently. I guarantee that. You know what I'm saying? Just, get out here and sow your raw oats. Don't be like the other side over there getting smutted out by day workers in some dirty ass water in Jamaica. Just saying. Yeah. They be paying too. They're gonna make you pay. Oh man. Yeah, lie to each other. Lie to each other. God, they'll lie to each other. Everyone's a dime. It was time that we address the truth. No. Your goddamn friend look like a goddamn water buffalo, and she built like a goddamn gas truck. No, you're not beautiful. You need to work on yourself. Be honest. What's happening, bro? Okay then. I'm serious. They pay Chris Brown $1,000. Can't pay $1,000, $100 light bill. Absolutely, Mr. O. You already know it. It has everything of you. That's why I said, man, I just can't see myself cutting into my bag like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can't build nobody like that, bro. You can't build shit when motherfuckers ain't even concerned about building these days. So shit, why even try? Like, and you gonna commit yourself long term to somebody that's gonna potentially just walk out on your ass for Chris Brown? Your bitch one Chris Brown DM away for being backing out in the street. That's where all the overinflated ego shit come from. Everybody beautiful. And if you say anything, you fucked up. Because we know the whole language. You know, if you set boundaries, and standards, your ass is insecure. If you disagree, you're sassy. Yeah, you're sassy. If you try to lead, you controlling. And if you try to say any kind of critique, you're gay. That is the world that we live in. Those are the times. Those are who you're dealing with. That's why I tell you, do not engage. Unless you're having a social interaction and enjoying each other or some shit like that, man. Enjoying each other. But do not commit yourself, man. Live your life. Get yourself together, man. Become that motherfucker are intrigued by. Yes, man. That's why I said that nobody wants to identify themselves as a goddamn simp. Nobody wants to identify themselves as a whore, but their actions speak everything. People are doing the same thing over and over again, man. And I'm gonna tell you something else, man, before I get out of here. Listen, it's really two sides of the same motherfucking coin. When you up this bitch critiquing and talking about women every goddamn day with clips and all this other shit, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm so fucking like, I see the same shit from the women too. And I'm so detached from that shit because I really just think it's just a lot of low intelligent, low class motherfuckers that hadn't got the results that they desired out of life. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that shit. But just sitting up this bitch going back and forth about what motherfuckers doing and how they moving. You know how they doing. They fucking all of them, everybody. What the fuck? What is that? How does that, just the notion of that or thinking about that or being engulfed in that situation, you should accept the fact for what it is. Accept the fact that you need to be out this bitch moving and bossing the fuck up. However that may come. Whatever you got to do. You need to be focused entirely on you. Because when men up this bitch complaining about women and shit all day, every motherfucking day, and this and that, 9 times out of 10, he just hasn't got the desired results that he wanted from women. And vice versa. He 4s and 5s sitting up here running their mouths about men and shit. I can look at you and tell you are upset, baby. You haven't got the desired results that you were looking for. Because people have lied to you your entire existence, telling you that you were beautiful and you weren't. And now all of a sudden, niggas ain't shit. You feel me? So you should get enough of that shit. I've seen motherfuckers on here for 10 goddamn years. Haven't gotten their desired results. So what they would do is they would get up this bitch and dig up buried hatchets to get some engagement. I've said many a times before, man, a lot of these motherfuckers in these spaces y'all listen to have sold their soul. They are not real. And they sound real to unintelligent people. I'm not here to discredit any messengers and shit, but sometimes you just got to let shit go. I question what people are outside of the fucking camera and YouTube. Who were you? Who are you? What makes you qualified? You've seen brothers that grew up with me and in my chat room. I am who I am. I've always been who I am, but who are these motherfuckers? I've seen motherfuckers get bitched out on a live stream by they bitch. They still around it, motherfucker running their mouth and just won't let shit go. And it don't move anything for men going forward. These people are out for themselves. They always have been. This is their life. I cannot fully commit myself to being a YouTube content creator 100% of the time, because if they pull the plug, then I would have to start over again. What am I qualified to do outside of run my mouth in front of a goddamn camera? Talking about what these women, we know what these women been doing. Okay, what else? We know they out here fucking. Trust me, your bitch fucking too. While you up there in front of that goddamn camera, she and that bitch on FaceTime. Busting it open. Open the door every now and then. Oh yeah, he's still running in my mouth. Bloop, close the door. He gonna be on the live 6 hours tomorrow. He doing a matinee. Talking about these bitches. And guess what? I'm going to the store. I'm going to the store. Yeah, she going to the store. Straight to the motherfucking stabbing cabin. You feel me? You know, it's the truth, man. But anyway, I think I ran my mouth long enough about that shit. But I just want you to know that I see you. And you a lot of times being over emotional and shit, will make you succumb to moving like a bitch nigga. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them move like that. You know. But it's not I'm not here to judge anyone. I just can't fuck with you niggas, because a lot of them niggas is not real niggas. They here for some money on some YouTube shit. They ain't here about carrying the message and telling brothers, listen, this is how you need to move to protect yourself. I've been telling you, man, get you some kind of skill, a trade, get you a motherfucking truck, something that's gonna pay for itself. Get out here and get it, dog. You know what I'm saying? If you can get in the gym and work out and eat clean if you can, man, best you can. Yes, do those things, man. Protect yourself. You are the brand. You are the investment. You have to protect that investment. And the more money you get, to live below your means a little bit. You're going to be all right. Because once you start building, you don't stop. You don't fucking stop. Because typically when we put our money into something, it's going to be something that we know is going to be lucrative, something that we are going to get a return on investment from. So why would you stick yourself in a fucking relationship where you actually get nothing in return but a bunch of goddamn headaches, girls, trips, and fucking sneaky ass bullshit? This is 2025. Get off that fucking horse, man. Get off that horse, goddamn. Run your ass to some motherfucking paper. For sure. Shit. Motherfuckers be all not mine. Bullshit. Trust me, I know. Yeah, man. So, yeah, we are in the middle of the fucking hookup culture. Welcome. You know what I'm saying? People complaining, about not getting relationships and shit like that. I listen, man, that's because the message moved forward. Granted, what you want to think, I've been around a long time. I came around late 2016, and I've seen how things have evolved. I've seen how younger men have taken the message and kind of woken up. I got 2 young sons. They talk to me about this shit. They all moving like that. The same motherfuckers in his generation and his age range, goddamn, I'm seeing the same shit in my age range. You see motherfucking 42, 44 in that fucking gym and when he got that ass carved up like a Thanksgiving turkey. Got the whole Frankenstein body going on around that motherfucker. Shit. You think she went and did all that shit for nothing? She ready to thirst trap and have some fun. Shit. You think these motherfuckers getting in their 40s and decide to get their shit up together for nothing? Absolutely not. Shit. They want to have options too. That's why they trying to get to the money so they don't have to deal with your ass. That's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get bored with you. May not be year 1, year 2, year 3. Around about year 5. Y'all the same old missionary, same old moves and shit. She's not enamored by you anymore. You've opened yourself up. You became emotionally available. Yeah. Yeah, now that shit will be weaponized as an escape plan to get away from your motherfucking ass. They sit there and soak up the resources for as long as possible until they got a full-fledged escape plan and out of there. And you know the emotional, but this is logic and wisdom speaking. You know what a motherfucker tell me? Who hurt you? No, motherfucker, I've seen many get their ass scorched. I don't have to go over there and get scorched to see many motherfuckers that I know personally get burned. You feel me? Yeah, man. Yeah, shit. That's what I'm saying, man. Motherfucker got 40, 50, 60 goddamn bodies and you coming in here with your motherfucking cape on. Shit. 40 is considered low these days. Man, look here. Protect yourself, gentlemen. I implore you. Also, I am going to probably, let me see. I'm going to give a book, but I'm going to try to come back Tuesday. Try to come back in this thing Tuesday, man. Because I got a lot of, yeah, shit, 60 bodies is considered low these days, bro. Straight up. Oh, it's out here going, man. I don't know where everybody been at. I mean, I know a lot of y'all working and shit and trying to get up. Yeah, but they going out this bitch, dog. To the highest bidder. What they call a pergament. You just gotta be the better deal. And don't never show your motherfucking hand, dog. Keep moving accordingly. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna I come back, man. I'm gonna bring up some clips. I was just trying to. I hadn't been on StreamYard in so damn long, man. A lot of this stuff was really. I was just trying to figure this shit out. So that's why I've been kind of like all over the place a little bit. I ain't been bringing up super chats and stuff like I should. But yeah, man, I'm figuring it out. And so I have my notes ready for Tuesday. You know, but I wanted to close by saying, listen, bro, there's nothing wrong with not playing the game. There's nothing people be like, yo, you're invisible, and 90% of men are invisible to women and shit like that. Who gives a fuck? I enjoy being invisible. But it's hard to be invisible when you when you built your motherfucking self up to the specimen that you should be. All y'all got a lot of, I see spiritual alpha over that bitch getting it like a dog. You know what I'm saying? Getting at it, man. You get your motherfucking body right, man. Everything else will fall into place. I assure you that. I promise you that. Everything, there is no downside to that shit. You watch what you eat, man. You watch what you put in your motherfucking body, dog, and you work out just shit 2-3 days a week. Stay consistent. I guarantee you. You will see some fucking results. Get in that bitch, dog. You know what I'm saying? Mental clarity, that shit is your confidence level, everything. There's no downside to it, man. Read too, man. You know, I encourage brothers to read articles, read books and stuff like that, man. Listen, find your motherfucking hobby. Do the things that you enjoy doing, man. Live your fucking life. Everybody else out here living theirs, man. Why would you be in this bitch goddamn going live for 6 hours? It's life out here, man. You gotta live your fucking life, dude. That's why I always say, man, don't be stuck in them fucking red pill rages and shit, dog. I've seen it. Hell, I've even been in but I'm not on that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? This shit is about business, it's about getting your motherfucking life in order, dog. However that may look. Yes, we all have been there. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gotta stay there. You pick your motherfucking self up, dog. Keep your motherfucking back straight, your motherfucking chest out, and your head high. You're gonna be all right. It ain't many dogs out here. Motherfuckers who really got that shit in them. Like, man, listen, I need to make some shit happen. Have that drive, man. I ain't give a fuck. I ain't got to do with no bitch. If you ain't helping me, you hurting me. You ain't, if you gonna have to goddamn, if you won't be on this motherfucking train, you gonna have to goddamn put some shillings in this motherfucker. Shit. That's where I don't give a fuck how fine you are. Like for real. If you're not goddamn contributing to my motherfucking vision, I ain't got no use for you. That's the version of a man that you need to build, create yourself into be. Into being. To the point where you got options, but you don't even participate. Unless you want to. To each his own. But shit, man, when you focus, dog, you realize that you probably done enough of that. That's why it's gonna be hard to get me. Straight up. Anyhow, man, I appreciate y'all for coming through tonight, man. I know I was just over this bitch rambling and running my mouth a little bit, man. I ain't really touch on none of the goddamn topics. It's up this bitch rambling on. But it's all good, man. When I come back, it won't be no motherfucking rambling. I'm gonna be straight to the point right there because I really wanted to touch on it tonight, but I don't want to ruffle no one's feathers this late. So I'll leave that for an earlier version. Because I must address a couple of things that I've seen and I can't agree with it. But anyway, man. Y'all continue to take care of yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially. This has been another episode. I will be back on Tuesday. And I'm gonna get with Book and see where he's at, and if he's around and he wanted, we gonna make this shit happen. So, anyhow, y'all fellas enjoy the rest of your night, man. Peace. Look at this shit.
Kill the boy and let the man be born.